They're right in the middle of the big mid-season for all of your networks. Of course, you have NBC, you have ABC, you have CBS. You have Fox, you have the WB, you have the UPN, you have many television networks now, and they all try to get one big hit show after another. And the way they generate generation after generation of hit shows is they spin them off. For example, the show Cheers, remember? Frasier was a character on that show, so now Frasier has his own show, and you know, other shows. I can't really remember good examples now, but you know what I'm talking about. And so I was thinking to myself, we got a blockbuster of a show right here. Why don't we take some of the beloved characters from this show and give them their own, you know, situation comedies right here on CBS? So a couple of weeks ago, I went around talking to folks, and we started developing new show ideas for the staff and crew. Take a look at the videotape.
You ever thought, Kenny, about doing something on the other side of the cameras, you know, in front of the cameras?
Maybe I'd like to have my own show one day.
You know what? Maybe we put you in one of those things like that Baywatch thing. You could be like Mitch Baywatch. You know what the Babe?
That would be nice.
She was chasing a sand crab, and I think she lost track of where she was. So much. Oh, it's my pleasure.
Here we go. Each one has hit written all over it. We'll be right back with tonight's top 10 list and Kevin Spacey. Come on back. You know, Siskel and Ebert are on the program tonight, and a couple of days ago they announced the Academy Awards out there in Los Angeles, California, so I said, man, here's a great idea. What we'll do, we'll get the motion pictures that are nominated for Best Picture Academy Award, and tonight on the program we'll have scenes from each of those motion pictures acted out by various members of the stagehand and technical crew here in the Ed Sullivan Theater. All night long as a tip of the hat. It's a tip of the hat, Paul. It's a tip of the hat to Oscar. So here,
tip of the hat.
Right now, our first one, Kenny Sheehan, one of our stagehands, and stage manager Biff Henderson act out a scene from The English Patient. It's a tale of passionate love affair between a pilot, a married woman during the Second World War. Boys, take it away.
I've watched you at gardens parties, on verandas, at the races. How can you stand there? How can you ever smile?
You know why.
Dance with me.
No.
Dance with me. I want to touch you. I want the things that are mine, that belong to me.
Do you think you're the only one who feels anything? Is that what you think?
Nice touch with the scenery, too.
Yeah, you got that's crazy.
Huh? What?
Well.
Ladies and gentlemen, all night long we're saluting. It's a tip of the hat to Oscar, or a tip of Oscar's hat, or who cares. The nominated Academy Award films, and now here's Pat Farmer, one of our stagehands, and Kenny Sheehan, also a stagehand, doing a scene from Jerry Maguire, inspiring romantic comedy about a sports agent trying to find himself. Boys?
Show me the money. Say it with me.
Show me the money.
Louder.
Show me the money.
What are you going to do?
Show me the money.
Congratulations, you're still my agent.
Watch this. Watch how that thing comes down. See, watch. Now it's stuck. Yeah, it looks like... There you go. Watch it. Watch the thing slam down. Watch it bounce. Look at that. Bounce like that. Okay, here's another Academy Award nominated film. This is Secret and Lies. Pat Farmer, Biff Henderson, and Kenny Sheehan now. It's an affecting story of a London factory workers' a reunion with their daughter who's been put up for adoption. Here we go. Take a look. Secrets and Lies.
Sorry, Dave, we haven't seen that one.
Okay, haven't seen that one yet. That's all right. There you go. Secrets and Lies. Thanks, boys. See, now there, doesn't it look? Oh, you missed it. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, with Richard Harris. You know what, should I tell him what we did over the weekend, Paul?
Yes, sure.
Paul and I spent the weekend. There's a very nice man who is a stagehand here in the Ed Sullivan Theater by the name of Kenny Sheehan. And Kenny, like all of the men and women who work day in and day out to produce this wonderful television program that entertains America each and every night, Kenny works very, very hard. And Paul and I, it was actually Paul's idea. Remember over drinks that night? You said, let's do something nice for Kenny Sheehan. And I said, what are you talking about, Paul? And he said, why don't we put together one of those music videos about Kenny Sheehan's life and that introduce him, but at the same time, thank him for a job well done and also introduce him to the vast North American television viewing audience. So that's exactly what Paul and I did over the weekend. We met with Kenny for a bit, and then Paul and his musical genius and everybody in the orchestra put together a wonderful music video all about one of our stagehands, Kenny Sheehan. Here, take a look.
How are you, Kenny?
I'm good. How are you?
Nice to see you.
You know what we're talking about doing is like a music video about you and stuff. Is that all right?
Sure.
And give Paul and the folks an idea of the kind of thing you do here.
Well, we make props for the show.
Always building props. We use a lot of props. They build props.
Yeah.
We clean up the studio.
Clean up the studio.
Clean up.
And they have to push stuff in, big things in and out of the studio during the show, right?
Right,
Gotta
with all
come
the
right in.
equipment in
Yeah,
for
I've
the...
seen that.
What'd you do on your last vacation? This might be of use.
I went diving in Hawaii.
Oh,
Great.
beautiful there. Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah. And well, this would be good because, like in the music videos, they get those shots where they reverse the film and the guy comes up out of the water. You know.
We could try that.
Yeah, we could try that. And what we need, I think, Kenny, for the video part of the music video is just right into the camera some looks, some various looks.
Thanks,
We'll
Kenny.
let you know when it's ready. Thanks,
Thank you,
Kenny.
Dave. Thank you, Paul.
I'll see ya.
Kenny was a tough guy. Style, attitude, and flash. He had 3 tattoos and nothing to lose. And a weird-ass little mustache. He got a job as a stagehand with the Late Show crew. He liked to take coffee breaks until the day was through. But then one day, stagehand Pat Farmer came up to him and said, Kenny, my good friend Kenny, I need you like I never done before. I need you to bring me that brick that's sitting there on the backstage floor. Right then, Kenny flashed back to a memory that fills him with dread. The time a brick slipped out of his hands and hit Dave. So Kenny saw what he had to do to beat that memory down. He had to get the brick to Pat Farmer without it hitting the ground. Kenny's heart froze with terror to where it nearly made him sick. But he got out of his seat and he jumped to his feet and said,
It's time to move that brick.
So Kenny gave the brick to Pat Farmer. Kenny transported the brick to Pat Farmer. He raised the brick from the ground and handed it to Pat Farmer. Kenny passed the brick to Pat Farmer. Kenny transferred the brick to Pat Farmer. Kenny Sheehan conveyed the brick to Pat Farmer. Nobody ever forgot the day that Kenny gave the brick to Pat Farmer. Kenny passed the brick to Pat Farmer.
Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Kenny Sheehan. Kenny, come on out. Kenny, great job. Here's some flowers for you. Thank you. Kenny Sheehan, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with tonight's Top 10 list. One of the nice things about having a show like this, and Paul and I have been doing this show more or less for how long, Paul?
100 years.
100 years. And whenever somebody on the staff or the crew kind of steps forward and excels, sort of makes a name for themselves and becomes successful, we're all equally proud and happy to play a small part in the role of their personal success. Well, we have just such a story tonight. Is Kenny out here? There's Kenny Sheehan. He's one of our stagehands. Kenny has been on the show a few times. And Kenny, when we first moved in here to the theater, Kenny, remember that, Paul, how he started doing those impressions? And whenever you'd see Kenny, it would be, you know, doing John Wayne and President Reagan.
Stop him.
Yeah, you couldn't stop him. Well, with a little bit of encouragement, he's put together a videotape now. I have a copy of it right here, called Kenny Sheehan, Vocal Chameleon.
No kidding.
It's about $19.95,
That's
20
great.
bucks, something like that. Take a look now. Kenny Sheehan, Vocal Comedian. Watch.
Are your parties always boring?
Then you losers need my new video, Kenny Sheehan, Vocal Chameleon.
Kenny crams over 2,000 amazing celebrity impressions into one 15-minute video. You'll get Tom Hanks,
I'm Forrest Gump. People call me Forrest Gump.
Jim Carrey,
Alrighty then.
and Ms. Barbara Streisand.
Good Lord, do I love pasta salad.
You get hilarious. Listen to what Kenny's celebrity friends have to say about his new video.
Kenny Sheehan is very good at doing celebrity impressions. I enjoy viewing his muscles and tattoos.
Incredible.
Why don't one of you lazy sons of bitches get me a beer?
Kenny Sheehan, Vocal Chameleon. Available at fine video stores everywhere.
Kenny, congratulations. Good luck to you, buddy. Thank you. At 20 bucks, you can't go on. It'll put any party on its feet. You just load that into your TV. Bingo! It's Mardi Gras.
Unbelievable.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People go nuts. Absolutely. You know one of our stagehands, Pat Farmer here?
Of course.
Have you ever seen him do the magic tricks, the
What do you
card
mean?
tricks and stuff? He works on the stagehand crew here, and he also does like card tricks
I
and
didn't
stuff.
know that.
Oh, yeah. In fact, he's got his own special coming up soon, I think later in the summer, right here on CBS. It's called Pat Farmer, Master of Misdirection. Here's a little preview. Roll it.
I, Pat Farmer, will teleport from one box to the other. I'll do so using magic. Behold.
Look, everybody, it's a delicious pineapple.
Pat Farmer. Nice gone, Pat. Nice gone, Kenny. Pat Farmer, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing world of misdirection. Wow. They had a hell of a shop class, I remember.
High
Yeah,
school.
yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you're here on a very exciting night because it's time now once again for a visit from one of our most beloved late show characters. That's right, I'm talking about Kenny, the quick-witted stagehand. Kenny, come on out! There he is, Kenny. Kenny, thank you very much for being here. How you doing, buddy?
Bite me, you fruity-looking geek.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kenny. This is his 1,000th time that he has devastated me with his lightning-fast wit here on the show. Nice going, buddy.
Wow, my first time seems like only yesterday.
Kenny, actually, it wasn't yesterday. Your first appearance on the program, March 7th, 1964. Let me take you down memory lane. We have a clip. Here we go. Kenny's first appearance.
Bite me, you fruity-looking geek.
Look at that. Kenny, I want to tell you something. Paul, am I right? You have not aged 1 minute, Kenny.
Thanks, Dave, but I think my favorite appearance was on July 20th, 1969.
Oh, absolutely. That was the night of the Apollo moon landing, wasn't it? Let's take a look at that. Kenny, the night of the moon landing.
Bite me, you fruity-looking geek.
Wow. Ooh. That still sends a chill down my spine. Oh, wait a minute. How about the trouble, the night you got in trouble with the censors? Remember that?
Who could forget that?
Yeah.
Hal, roll the clip.
Oh, here we go.
Bite me, you fruity-looking geek.
Kenny, how about one more time for the road, buddy?
Fight me, you fruity-looking
Ladies and
geek.
gentlemen, Kenny, the quick-witted stagehand. And a boy. Now, this is something I don't think happens much. This is a great show business story. One of our stagehands, Pat Farmer, backstage here at the Ed Sullivan Theater, has always been fooling around, you know, with magic and illusions and that kind of thing. And one of the geniuses at NBC or CBS programming saw him. Hey, where are the geniuses? Are they at NBC or are they here?
That's possible.
One of the boys at CBS saw Pat, and he said, "Oh my God, we have to do like a magic special with Pat Farmer, and it's coming on in a couple of months." But so tonight, Pat was nice enough to share with you a little bit of what that special will be. It's something called Pat Farmer, Master of Misdirection. Pat, here's a little preview.
I am Pat Farmer, Master of Misdirection. And this is my lovely assistant, Kenny. I will now make an ordinary goat vanish into thin air. Behold.
I don't know about you, but I could sure use a smoke.
Pretty good. That's pretty good. Nice job, Pat. Nice job, Kenny. Wow, that's something. That's gonna be a big show when they get that thing all put together. Man, I love that choreography. Those boys got that down. Here's something. Paul, you know, you get that show coming up in the fall. Watch this. Tell them what it is, Paul.
Yeah, well, it's just a kind of a thing I'm excited about.
But what is it, like that Bob Saget, America's Funniest Home Video Show?
Well, it's sort of like, it's based on that idea.
People
that
send in
idea
their videos?
inspired us, but we do our own little turn on
Well, what's
it.
the turn?
We do our own, well, it's descriptions of America's Funniest
Oh, so it's
Home
not
Videos.
actually videos.
Well, it's a similar to America's Funniest Home Videos, but we take it another step.
They just describe the video.
That's something like that.
Okay,
yeah.
here,
Do you
take a
have
look at a clip.
Hi, welcome back to Descriptions of America's Funniest Home Videos. For people who've lost or damaged their videotapes or who just never had a video camera in the first place. It's time to choose tonight's winner from our 3 finalists. Let's review their video descriptions again. Here's Sally Scott with Wading Pool.
My husband was filling the wading pool in our backyard, and our little boy came up behind him and knocked him into the pool.
Guess he was all wet. Now here's Tom Barker with Happy New Year.
On New Year's Eve, my brother-in-law opened up a bottle of champagne, and the cork hit me right in the nuts.
Oh, talk about a hangover. Now here's our 3rd finalist, David Letterman with Cool Cat.
I dressed my kitty up in a miniature tuxedo, and then I would move her mouth open and close like that so she was lip-syncing to New York, New York.
Great, now let's see which video description the audience chose. And the winner is Happy New Year! Congratulations to our $10,000 winner, Tom Barker. Till next week.
I deserve that prize. That was a real tuxedo that I put on my kitty. Have you ever tried to put clothes on a kitty? Those cufflinks were actual onyx cufflinks. They cost me 40 scams.
Looks like it's going to be a big hit, Paul.
Kind of excited. I got my
fingers
fingers crossed. Thank you. Thanks for the good wishes.
We'll be right back with Patricia Richardson.
Attention, Patriots. Letter number 3.
Dear Dave, have you ever thought of doing a soundtrack for your show and putting it in an album? Your biggest fan, Patrick Casey, Richmond, Kentucky. It's a good question, but we did this a couple of years ago. It turned out pretty well. Here's what it is. This is what we called it. The Late Show Stagehand sings songs from The Late Show. There's Kenny Sheehan and Pat Farmer. And what about a cut? Let's listen to a cut from the... boys, come on out. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Kenny Sheehan and Pat Farmer. And tonight, they're going to sing the CBS Mailbag theme song. Boys, take it over.
Letters. We get letters. We get stacks and stacks of letters. Letters.
I want to tell you something. Thanks, boys. Nice job. Attaboy. The Grucci's think they got fireworks out there on Long Island.
I'll tell you, man.
Paul, you know one of our stagehands, Pat Farmer. Of
course.
Well, this Pat Farmer, since we've been here in the Ed Sullivan Theater, always fooling around with some kind of magic, some kind of illusion, some kind of trick, some kind of... He's like a regular David Copperfield. And I called some of the pinhead executives in programming here at CBS, and I said, boys, you're missing a bet if you don't give this guy a show. Am I right, Paul? Yeah. Remember, we made the call from the mailroom.
Yes, I was.
Yeah. And so, well, anyway, it came to pass, and Pat Farmer has now got a special, a primetime magic special coming on here on CBS. It's called Pat Farmer, Master of Misdirection. Here's a little preview. Pat?
I am Pat Farmer, Master of Misdirection. With me once again, my lovely assistant, Kenny. I will now use my magical powers to transform this 6-foot hoagie into a lovely young lady. Woo-ha, whammo.
It's really hot outside. I could sure go for a beer.
Dear Dave, is there a sequel to Cabin Boy? By the way, I was in Cabin Boy.
Oh, I know.
My big screen debut. If there is a sequel to Cabin Boy, will you be in it? Just wondering, Joseph Hauger, Granite Falls, Minnesota. You know, honestly, I'd be proud to be in a sequel of Cabin Boy. I don't know that they're going to be making one, but if there, I'd be the first one there. I'd be the first one there in line to get the makeup for Cabin Boy, too. But, you know, it's funny that you bring up sequels because two of our stagehands here on The Late Show, Pat Farmer and Kenny Sheehan, coincidentally are appearing in a big blockbuster motion picture sequel this summer. Here, take a look. Watch the guys.
Got any plans for the weekend, Kenny?
No.
Well, maybe I'll give your booty a call.
That would be great, Pat. Please call my booty.
What the hell was that? That would be great, Pat. Please call my booty.
Please call my booty. Yeah.
Please call my booty. Letter number 2. Dear Dave, if you and the Late Show crew and band were stuck on a desert island, which one would be the first one to snap? Sincerely yours, Rob Roush, Albany, New York. This is one of those psychological exercise kind of questions, and I'm not sure who would snap, Rob, but by the way, this is an excellent opportunity now to introduce a brand new character to the Late Show, Pat Farmer, the stagehand, stranded on a desert island. Pat, here he is right there.
For 7 long years, I've been stranded on this island, my skin baking in the merciless sun, my throat stinging with the sharp tang of salt water. Nothing to do but scratch the names of loved ones in the sand and watch as the waves wash them away. Like few other men, I truly know what it means to be alone.
Hey, Pat.
Hey, Ken, what's up?
Want to go grab a beer?
Sure.
Kenny Sheehan and Pat Farmer. Take a bow, boys. Come on. Let's hear it for them. What a nice job. There they are. Wow, that was... He brought the outfit from the house. Letter number 4. Here we go. Dear Dave, I am having trouble getting a girlfriend. I was wondering if you could help me. Thanks, Dave. Tim from Kenosha, Wisconsin. It's a great letter and a very timely one as well, Tim. You know, if you're having romantic problems, I suggest you watch the new CBS After Hours call-in program hosted by our stagehands, Pat Farmer and Kenny Sheehan. Boys?
Good evening. I'm Dr. Pat, and this is Kenny. Tonight's episode of Lovelines is, as always, intended for mature audiences only. Our first caller is Derek from Baton Rouge. Derek?
Hey, Dr. Pat and Kenny, there's this girl at the accounting firm I work at who I think is really cute. I was wondering what I should...
Say no more, Derek. I know what you need to do. Get back together with your boyfriend.
But I'm not gay.
Kenny?
You're gay, all right.
Good night, folks.
At Farmer Kenny Sheehan, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's time to close up the old CBS mailbag. Here we go.
We get letters. We get seven letters.
What a night. We'll be right back with Alicia Silverstone. Actual letters, by the way, from actual viewers. For example, this first one, Dear Dave, who does your laundry? This comes to us from Stephanie A. Hines, Columbus, Nebraska. You know, we talked to a lady from Nebraska earlier in the program. Stephanie wants to know who does my laundry. This is funny. This is one of those questions. People have a different impression when they're watching at home. You may not believe this, but I do my own laundry at least twice a week, just around the corner here at a neighborhood laundromat. In fact, I was there last night. I remembered, boy, I had a nice time visiting the laundromat.
Oh, it's so soft. It's so warm. And oh, my, that's what I call lemony freshness. Oh, this is delightful.
Get away from my laundry or I'll kill you.
Fine.
That's a silver lining. Yeah. Paul, you like those science fiction movies like Independence Day, and of course Jurassic Park and E.T., going back a little farther. And the one thing that those films all have in common, the special effects.
Yes.
Am I right? Yes. They're miraculous. The people who put these films together are geniuses. They're artists, and they're committed to entertain. And I got to thinking, you know, we have some special effects right here on the show, and far be it for me to hide my light under a bushel, which is also an interesting special effect. Like having Lenin on the show or something. Huh? Trotsky.
Well, give him another 5.
All right,
we'll see what happens.
Sure. We thought tonight we'd show you a kind of a behind-the-scenes look at how the special effects are manufactured right here on The Late Show. Here, watch this.
Great. The National Institute of Science presents Late Show Special Effects. Here we see beloved entertainer David Letterman enjoying a lovely beverage. Or do we? Let's take a look behind the scenes. First, Mr. Letterman is shot raising the cup to his lips. A stunt double then enters to perform the actual ingestion. When the two shots are combined, the result is seamless. You may think you see a live audience enjoying the show, but what you're actually seeing is the work of a highly skilled team of Korean animators.
물론 우리들은 관객들을 열광시켜야죠. 그런다고 관객들이 이런 허튼 짓에 함부로 웃는 건 아니거든요.
And finally, when Dave throws a blue card, it apparently breaks a pane of glass in the window behind him. But this rich comic effect is actually achieved in a sound effects studio. Late Show, showcase for today's most spectacular special effects.
Okay, dear Dave, if Kenny and Pat, by the way, Kenny and Pat, a couple of our stagehands here in the Ed Sullivan Theater on the Late Show, if Kenny and Pat, the stagehands, got into a fight, who do you think would win? Charles A. Thompson. It's a pretty good question. I suppose there's only one way to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Farmer and Kenny Sheehan in a fight to the death. Boys, come on out here and hurt one another.
When the bell rings, I will dismantle Kenny with a lethal blend of grace and power.
When the bell rings, I will kick Pat in the nuts.
I can't do it, Kenny. You're too damn cute.
I love you, Pat.
Gentlemen, it's time now to close up the old CBS mailbag. Here we go. We'll be back with tonight's top 10 list and Elle McPherson. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. Say hello to a good friend of ours, a member of the Late Show crew here, one of the stagehands, Kenny Sheehan. Kenny, come on out. Say hello to the Thanks for being on the show. How was your weekend? Everything all right?
It was very nice, Dave. How
Good
about
for you. Oh, fine. You know, the Cub Scouts driving me nuts. They got like several $1 million of my money. You've been with the show a long time, right? 3-4 years, something like that?
Couple years, yes.
Yeah. And in addition to being a stagehand, you have been on the show, doing little skits, little sketches, little things like that, little jokes. You and your friend Pat Farmer are also a stagehand, and you do a great job. In fact, everybody on the staff who works with us on the air always does a really nice performance, and we're very happy. And it got us to thinking the other day, since you've been on this show many times, maybe it would be fun just to see if we could get you on a lot of other shows here in New York, right?
Yes, Dave.
Yeah, because they really, really do a lot of television shows, and you forget just how many are done here. And so when Kenny said, yeah, he kind of liked the idea and be up for it, we wanted to start out small, something easy. You know, a show that you could get on with no trouble whatsoever. And I think we accomplished that, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Here, let's take a look at Kenny's first appearance on another show.
From NBC News, this is Today with Katie Couric and Matt Lauer.
65th birthday?
No.
70th.
I spent my 65th with Rick, and I want to spend my 70th with Matt.
Oh.
It's 2 weeks from now. Happy birthday. Nice to see you.
Well, that's great. Well, happy birthday. Where are you guys from?
Kentucky.
Hey, what's going on in New York City? We're going on in New York City. That's right.
This is what's happening.
That was easy, right?
Yeah, you don't need any.
Just had to stand there?
Just had to stand there.
Nobody bothered you?
No.
A lot of fun?
It was a lot of fun. Very
Yeah.
exciting.
All right, so we got that one out of the way. We got that one under your belt. Now we want to move up to just raise the bar a little bit, you know? So we're going to put you on a soap opera called The Guiding Light. Kenny Sheehan, ladies and gentlemen.
And I made a very difficult decision to give up the search for my sister.
I don't believe that for a minute.
Get the hell out of here before I call the judge and have you committed again.
Fine piece of work. Get the hell out of here before I call the judge and have you committed again. Babes fighting in evening gowns. You can't beat it, can you? Now, was that fun? Was that difficult? Probably a little more pressure on you there, right?
Yeah, it was a little difficult.
Yeah, were they nice to you over there?
Very nice.
Now, again, you had no lines. You didn't cause any trouble, I wouldn't think.
No, I tried not to.
Okay, so you got 2 out of the way, 2 under your belt. Pretty good. Things are going along very nicely. So now, let's just raise the bar one more time. Take another step up into the big leagues of show business. Here's Kenny Sheehan now on The Cosby Show.
Well, Well, the caterer needs to get a head count, and I didn't want to embarrass Erica by asking her, but I can assume that the child will still be desperate. I mean, dateless. I mean, of course she can find a date.
Can you leave an extra chair for, you know, okay?
Yeah.
You can never tell.
You never tell.
All right.
You're right.
Okay.
Well, hey now.
Hey. Come here.
Hey now.
Come here.
But again, I think the word there is you're like an extra, really. You're just sort of playing atmosphere. You're sort of playing yourself, adding to the ambience. And we thought, well, if that's really kind of your strength right now, let's see if we can't put it in a more realistic setting. So here now, take a look at Kenny on the People's Court.
The People's Court.
All rise. People's Court is now in session. The Honorable Edward I. Koch is now presiding. Be seated and come to order.
Good day. Good day. Mr. Rabinowitz, as I understand it, you entered into an arrangement with the defendant whereby you took her with others on the...
Yeah! Okay, so now you put in 4 performances, and they're all award-winning performances. I mean, based on those 4 shots, you're going to the Hall of Fame, my friend.
Oh, boy.
Good, solid performances. You behaved exactly like a consummate professional. You sat there, you didn't distract, you added to everything that was expected. So now we thought, well, what about a line? What about putting you in a situation where you actually have to deliver something, to say, something funny, a joke or whatever. So we called the good folks over at ABC, the people who produce the Michael J. Fox show, Spin City. And they said, sure, bring him on over. We'll put him on the show. Here now, Kenny Sheehan, Spin City.
Hey, Flaren, if you're having trouble in the sack, I give a free clinic at my apartment Saturday nights.
It's a good one, Roberta.
You really should do it, man.
Kenny Sheehan, ladies. Come on. Thank you, Kenny. Great job. We'll be right back with tonight's top 10 list and David Duchovny. Paul, you know one of our stage hands, Pat Farmer.
Very well.
Nice man, been on the show many times. I had no idea that he had telepathic powers.
What do you
Did you
mean?
know that?
No.
He is clairvoyant. He can
Did
see
not
into
know
the
that.
future. He can communicate with that ESPN, or ESPN. ESPN.
ESP.
Yeah, he can call into Sports Center without getting billed for a call.
But he has...
He can communicate with ESP, the extrasensorial perception thing. And so he's got a little thing, a little act.
Has
and
a
we
thing?
said, well, Pat, are you kidding me? We'd love to have you on the show some night. Tonight is the night, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome, get ready, Pat Farmer, Master Mentalist. Pat?
I am Pat Farmer, Master Mentalist. With me, as always, my lovely assistant, Kenny. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100. I will now telepathically transmit that number to Kenny. Kenny, what's the number?
3.
Correct. For our next demonstration, I will ask a member of our studio audience for a personal object of their own choosing. You, sir, would you step up here, you in the blue? Your name, sir?
Harold.
We haven't met before, right?
Well, actually, I think you were in my high school geometry class.
Wait a minute, Harold Larkin.
That's right. Good to see you, man.
Doing?
All right.
You want to grab a beer?
Sure.
Come on.
All right.
Is it a pocket comb?
It's amazing, isn't it? How about that?
Wow, that's impressive.
You know, it's very close to New Year's Eve, and do you like New Year's resolutions?
Yeah,
I do.
I bet.
And Pat Farmer, how about you, buddy?
I resolved to lose 5 pounds, Dave.
Uh-huh. By the end of the year?
Right now, Dave. Kenny?
Really? What? What is he talking? You'll be all right. Just tie it off. Just get some kind of tourniquet there. You'll be all right. You know, there's a lot of interest recently in the network television because, you know, the CBS, thank God, has got NFL football back after 5 years. But don't worry, there will still be plenty of ice dancing for you ice dancing buffs. There'll be plenty of that.
That's me.
And we're very proud because one of our stage hands, Pat Farmer, has a special, a primetime special that's coming on, I think, in a couple of weeks. And he's a bit of a, you know, he's a magician, an illusionist, and he's pretty darn good. And I think the show is Pat Farmer's Secrets of Magic Revealed. That's what it is. So he'll come out and he'll do like a magic trick, and then they show you how the thing is done. And we're going to give you a little sneak preview of that special coming up right here on CBS. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Farmer. Pat, here we go.
I am Pat Farmer, master of misdirection. With me, as always, my lovely assistant, Kenny. First, we're going to demonstrate the mystical art of levitation, and then we're going to tell you how it's done. You, miss, you in the blue, would you mind coming up here? Your name? Joanne. Joanne, would you have a seat, please? On the count of 3, I command you to rise. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And now here's how it's done. Kenny?
Twins.
Thank you, boys. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Kenny. Nice job, man. Wow. It's unbelievable, isn't it? I'm going to tell you something. That is going to turn the magic world on its ear. When they see that, I mean, kaboom, they just blow it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's how he tells it how it's done. He
Exactly.
exposes
yeah,
it.
that's right.
Exposes
magic.
magic.
We just saw it right there, Paul. Thank you.
Oh.
You know, one of our stagehands, Pat Farmer, he's had a couple of primetime television specials. We met Pat a couple of years ago when he came over here, and this guy is a wizard. I mean, we're talking about David Copperfield. This guy makes David Copperfield look like a goat at a slumber party. I don't know what that means.
Nice.
He's damn good, and he's had these specials here on CBS. Well, he's got another one coming up, and this is he's a master like Houdini used to be. Yeah. He can escape from all manner of impossible situations. So here we're going to show you a little sample of what you'll see on the next Pat Farmer Master Escape Artist. Here we go, Pat.
I am Pat Farmer, master of escape. With me, as always, is my lovely assistant, Kenny. Tonight, using only the power of my mind, I will escape from this locked trunk. Observe.
I could sure go for a smoke.
Pat Farmer, Kenny Sheehan, ladies and gentlemen. Nice going, boys. Pat Farmer, Kenny Sheehan. I gotta tell you, I've said it before, I'll say it a million times. My favorite, when you go out and you meet the people, you know, people are pretty darn nice if you give them half a chance. And it's my favorite part, and I especially liked Scott. Was it Scott from Pennsylvania? Yes. And Scott, of course, down front with his buddy while his wife is in the balcony.
Yeah, how does that work?
Now, how did that conversation go out in the lobby? Honey, why don't you stay in the back? Me and Bob are going to ride down front if you don't mind. Here tonight is the top 10 list. Let's go. Let's do this one. Me and Bob are going to ride down front, hope to win a dinner for you. You just sit back up there and read a magazine or something. We'll see you back at the hotel. Me and Bob are going to be down front. The category tonight, top 10 signs you're watching too much Jerry Springer. My God. Is this guy gone crazy, this Jerry Springer? Top 10 signs you're watching too much Jerry Springer. You know, it's interesting, and you probably run into this whenever you're out and around. The question everybody asks me is, where do you come up with those ideas for those top 10s? How do you put those top 10 lists together? And I never thought that much about it, but I thought, well, you know, with this much interest, maybe we ought to put together a videotape showing you how these top 10 lists come together each and every day. Here, take a look. This is how they're put together. All right, now listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Are you listening? Now, I don't want to be a nosebleed about this, okay? But tomorrow, when we do the top 10, I want it to be the best one we've ever done. You understand what I'm saying? All right, good luck. Get going. You heard the man. Let's get going. Screw this. Let's go home. Hey, wait a minute. This is good. This is damn good. This is hilarious. Who wrote this? I did, sir. Oh, nice going, buddy. Take the rest of the day off, and here, tickets to tonight's Knicks game. Wow.
S.
You can't say these things on television, can you?
I was aware of that.
Oh, I'll tell you something. That's about right, though. So anyway, by the way, what did you think of my acting in the piece, Paul?
Oh, yeah, very nice. Yeah.
very,
could be in
very
the movies.
Energetic.
You could be in the movies.
The category tonight: top 10 signs you're watching too much Jerry Springer. Here we go. Number 10. What? You know what we like to do here on the show? We have a wonderful staff, by the way, and every now and then we get the staff together, we go out and we treat them to a big lunch, and we just talk about life in general, and maybe there'll be like a theme or a topic, and we did this a couple of weeks ago, and the theme of this staff luncheon was embarrassing moments. Things that we have all done that, as we look back on them now, are embarrassing. Right. So that's what we did. The staff got together. They were nice enough to share with us some of their most embarrassing moments. Leslie, do you have something that's stupid that you'd like to tell us about?
Yes, I do. I was about 15 years old, and I managed to staple my finger in a geography class. I had to go to the doctor then to get a tetanus shot. So he turned around to prepare the needle. Meanwhile, I took off the bottom half of my school uniform, thinking that I was actually getting it in my bum, and got up on the table. Well, the doctor turned around and actually got a bit of a shock because I was sort of lying there waiting to get the needle in my bum and informed me that it was actually going to be in my arm. But at that point, I sort of begged him to give it to me in the bum because I was a little embarrassed.
And how many times was the word bum used? So then the doctor went ahead and shot you right in the ass?
Yeah.
The part of Leslie Cahill will be played by stagehand Kenny Sheehan.
This tetanus shot will just take a second, Leslie.
But doctor, aren't you going to give it to me in my bum?
You know, and who was on the show last night? Did you see it, Paul?
What do you mean?
The Academy Award show.
Yeah, I saw a lot of it.
What am I, speaking Chinese?
No, but who was on it? What do you mean who was on it?
Our own stagehands, Pat and Kenny, are they here?
They were on it?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
You know Pat and
Were
Kenny.
they working behind the scenes?
They're right there. Pat Farmer and Kenny Sheehan.
I didn't
right
see
there.
them
Hey, boys,
on.
you were on the show last night?
Not to my knowledge, Dave.
Here. We got special permission from the Academy to show it. I think this is Pat and Kenny on last night's Academy Awards broadcast. Take a look, see what you think. There's Billy Crystal right there.
And just like real life, I have not heard from her. Not me tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Helen. I don't know.
You boys are getting your money's worth out of that ab roller, aren't you? All right, please. All right, leave now. Thank you. Thanks, Kenny. Thanks, Pat.
Thanks.
Just leave. All right. There you go. Party till dawn. Woo! Yeah. Okay. Letter number 4.
Okay.
Hey, Dave, do you have any ideas how I can get the lamos in my physics class to do their homework? Just wondering, Tom Scott, Shiner, Texas. Well, I'd be proud to live in a town called Shiner, Texas, wouldn't you? Yes, we have a place in Shiner. I don't know, it kind of struck me as odd. Tom, the key, of course, is to make learning fun. So here now, with a few ways to liven up your physics class, our own stagehand, Pat Farmer. Pat?
Newton's first law of motion states that objects at rest tend to remain at rest. To demonstrate this, I'm going to pull off tablecloth off this table without upsetting the fine crystal champagne glasses on top of it. Helping me out will be my lovely assistant, Kenny. May I have a drum roll, please?
Okay, that's the mail. Close up the old mailbag, ladies and gentlemen. There we go.
Letters, we get letters. We get sacks and sacks of letters. Letters!
We'll be right back with a special top 10 list from Helen Hunt and the rest of the program. Come on back. In honor of the NCAA Finals, you know, March Madness held right here on CBS, and earlier tonight, the final game between Utah and Kentucky, and man, what a barn burner. We have a little special tribute celebration commemorating and honoring those gifted student-athletes who participated all month long in the NCAA tournament. Out on 53rd Street now, two of our stagehands, Kenny Sheehan and Pat Farmer, saluting college basketball. That's Pat up there on the 6th floor of the Ed Sullivan Theater building. And down on the street, 53rd Street, that's Kenny. Pat has some basketballs. Kenny has a galvanized tub. Well, I see that now. Let me correct myself. I don't believe those are regulation basketballs. I believe those are something else. Nonetheless, here now, our salute to college basketball. Take it away, boys.
Go.
I'm told now we're going to try it again. There's Kenny. Anytime, Pat. Yeah, I don't think those are real basketballs. I feel like Jack Nars. We're playing Beat the Clock. All right, stop the clock. We're going to do it again? I'm told, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try it again. Pretty good, huh? Pretty darn impressive. We'll be right back with tonight's top 10 list and Evander Holyfield. Here we go. Actual letters from actual viewers. Here, ladies and gentlemen. Letter number 1. Is it George, Armstrong, Custer, or Kenny? Inquiring minds want to know. Love and kisses, E. Well, this is sort of enigmatic, but what she's talking about, this L person, the picture of George Armstrong Custer, take a shot of that, does actually bear a remarkable resemblance to one of our stagehands, Kenny Sheehan. Where is Kenny? Where is Kenny here tonight? Oh, there's Kenny right there. Now, let's take a look at this compare. Look at this comparison. There's Kenny. Pretty good, huh? But if you notice the likeness of Kenny and Custer, I'm surprised you didn't notice another likeness. Our saxophone player, Paul, there, bears a striking resemblance to the man who defeated Custer at Little Bighorn, Sitting Bull. Thank you very much, Ben. I saw our stagehand Kenny Sheehan over there. Hey, Kenny, you got something for us, buddy?
I've seen most of the summer movies. I could tell you how they end.
Hey. Man, that could save you like $100 right there.
Good.
All right, what about Godzilla?
They kill it.
Deep Impact?
They blow up the media.
The Truman Show?
He leaves the dome.
Armageddon?
They blow up the media.
Right. 6 Days, 7 Nights?
Harrison Ford runs off with that gay lady.
Okay, Kenny Sheehan, ladies and gentlemen. There you You know, it's well, this summer we're going to do something nice to kick off the summer. We're gonna drop stuff off the building for you tonight. A couple of our stagehands, yeah, Kenny Sheehan and Pat Farmer. They're out there on top of the Ed Sullivan Theater building now. We've closed off 53rd Street. They're going to be dropping all kind of objects right down onto 53rd Street. Let's begin. Kenny, Pat, is anybody up there? Can you guys hear me? What are you going to drop first?
5-gallon bottles of water.
5-gallon bottles of water from the, what story are they on out there? What floor is that? That's like the 18th floor, huh? The 7th floor from the Ed Sullivan Theater building. Here we go, 5-gallon bottles of water. Take it away, boys. There they go. Off the Ed Sullivan Theater building out to 53rd Street. Pretty good, 5-gallon bottles of water. Let's take a look at that now in slow motion. Here we go. All right. What do you have next for us, boys? What's next? What are you going to drop now?
Joker Poker Pinball Machine.
It's the Joker Poker Pinball Machine. All right, Pat, Kenny, be careful. Harness yourselves. Here we go. The pinball machine off the 7th story of the Ed Sullivan Theater building. There we go. Right out there onto 53rd Street. All right, then. Take a look at that again. Here, we're going to take a look at that one more time in slow motion, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that beautiful motion in the air. Right there. All right, let's do one more here. What are we going to do this time, gentlemen? Pat and Kenny up there?
On the street, a David Letterman dummy.
Right.
On the roof, a 250-pound safe.
Oh, my God. All right. You see what they've done here, Paul? They've placed out there on the sidewalk at 53rd Street a look-alike dummy of yours truly. Yeah. And they're going to drop from the 7th floor a 250-pound safe. Here we go. Take it away, boys. Let's take a look at that in slow motion. Here we go. That'll knock the wind out of you, won't it? Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with tonight's Top 10 list and Lisa Kudrow. Extravaganza, histrionic, bombastic display here tonight. Let me tell you who's on the program in case you're scoring at home. The lovely, the talented Lisa Kudrow from the TV program Friends. She's also in a brand new film. It's called The Opposite of Sex. The Opposite of Sex. In films, motion picture theaters all over the United States. I've seen The Opposite of Sex. Yeah, very entertaining. I'm sure. Yeah, very nice. Very interesting film. Really? The kind of thing you don't see much of because you go to see your summer blockbusters and you lay down your $200, $300, whatever the movie. And it's all like an asteroid is going to blow up New York, an asteroid is going to blow up Washington. You know, that's all they are. This was not like that. This is very interesting. This is interesting. Yeah, funny, entertaining, and interesting film. Mike Piazza from your New York Mets is here tonight. Just named to his 6th consecutive National League All-Star team. Mike Piazza and Billy Bragg and Wilco will be joining us a little bit later. All right, all night long, we're out there on 53rd Street dropping things off the Ed Sullivan Theater building. Let's go back up to the roof to see what the boys are going to be dropping off there tonight. What do you got, guys?
30 bags of all-purpose flour.
30 bags of all-purpose flour. The key here, all-purpose flour. That's the key. Go ahead, boys, drop it off. See how that works, Paul? Yes, sir. That's your all-purpose flour. All right, here it is, once again in slow motion. I have an idea it's going to look very similar, but a little more slowly. Yeah. The character has changed entirely via the slow motion technology. Oh, okay. All right, anything else? We're going to do another one of those? All right, what else do you have for us, Pat? Kenny, what's going off now?
Now I will attempt to bowl a strike.
A strike. They're going to attempt to bowl a strike. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this, by the way, this is, we think that then next year this will be in the X Games. This is, this is what we call extreme bowling. This is extreme bowling.
I'll say.
Okay, here we go. Pat and Kenny off the 7th floor, dropping the bowling ball. Try to get a strike. Here we go. Extreme bowling. Oh, no! Pretty good now. Let's see if we can pick that up. Kenny, you want to try? Please, somebody. Kenny, try and pick that up. Can you make that a spare? Can you convert that for us? All right, here he goes. Oh, there you go. Beautiful. So that closes that frame. Very good. That's your extreme bowling. We have time for one more.
Oh, we do. I'm sorry.
One more. We're going to go back out there and see what's left. What do you have, Pat? Kenny, what's going off now?
20 gallons water-based paint.
20 gallons of, now, once again, the key here, water-based paint. All right, take it away, boys. Go crazy. Beautiful, isn't it? It's art. It's art in every sense of the word. It's living art.
Living art.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Let's take a look at that in slow motion, ladies and gentlemen. Try to stay in your seats. Here we go. something, isn't it? All right. Is that it? Are we gonna... There's one more? All right, let's take a look at another one. I thought that was the big finale. Let's take a look. Here we go. One more, ladies and gentlemen.
A combination TV VCR playing Jerry Springer's Too Hot for TV 2.
TV and a VCR playing Jerry Springer's Too Hot for TV 2. The key here, it's number 2. Too Hot for TV, number 2. All right, take it away, boys. Wow. It looked a great deal like the original one, except at a slower speed. Did you get that feeling, Paul?
Yes, it did, yeah.
All right.
Interesting.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with Lisa Kudrow. Well, I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, before we begin the show here tonight, let's take a second to call the roll. Do you mind, Paul?
Sure, roll call.
Okay, it's very important because a lot of these people have union jobs, and for our billing records and the insurance and Social Security and so forth, everything all right over there? We have to make sure everybody is in place for every show. So here we go. Let's just start with Paul, you the man Schaefer. Paul, are you there?
Yes, here.
All right, Paul Schaefer is here. Lynette, the Late Show opera singer. Is Lynette, the Late Show opera singer, with us? There she is, right there. Okay. Stagehand Kenny Sheehan. Kenny, are you here? Where is our stagehand Kenny Sheehan? All right, he is here. Okay. I'm telling you, talk about problems. You talk about problems. So we're like everybody else here in show business, and it may not seem like this to you when you're watching, you know, the magic come across the brightly colored, fast-moving screen there in your house. We have to be fiscally responsible. And because the market has dipped and it's on that roller coaster, we're going to have to make some cuts here at the Late Show. So tonight, in the spirit of full disclosure, we're going to show you now exactly, for example, to save a little money. It's not a lot of money. We don't think it'll affect the show, but to save a little money. See this beautiful backdrop? We have that beautiful New York City skyline. Yeah. We're replacing that until this market thing stabilizes. Yeah, bring in the thing we're replacing it with. There, I think you get an idea. See, it doesn't really affect the show. It'll be fine. Now see, there's some money we're going to save right there. Not all of the cuts we're making will be on the screen. Not everything that we're cutting back on will you folks see at home. For example, this next one, we're going to turn off the hot water in the stagehand shower, just to save a couple extra bucks right there. We're going to turn off the hot water in the stagehand shower.
Thanks for the warning.
Yeah.
Good.
Paul, were you aware of the fact that the stagehand showered during the show?
Right during the show. Well, I guess their work is done by that point.
Right,
nothing they can do at that
when
point.
we're on the air, it's time to relax. Clean up and go home.
They order dinner.
Time to freshen up. Yeah. Okay, that's what we're doing to cut back on expenses here at the Late Show. I tell you what, we'll be right back with tonight's top 10 list and the lovely, the talented Beau Bridges. Here we go, letter number one. Hello, Dave. How does a guy from Canada get into the comedy writing biz? A Canadian fan, Joe. Joe, a countryman of Paul Schaefer, wanted to know all about comedy. Well, Joe, you know, I'll tell you something. Writing comedy is not easy. It's very, very difficult. Writing comedy is so hard that what we do here at the Late Show, we write stuff that just sounds like comedy. It's not really comedy at all. It just kind of has the sound of something that might be comedy. Are you confused? All right, here now. Stagehands Pat Farmer and Kenny Sheehan will demonstrate what I'm talking about. Boys, come on in. Show them how this works.
It kinda sounds like a show.
So, Ken, you do anything interesting last weekend?
Well, Pat, I took the wife to a baseball game.
Oh, really? Did she like it?
Like it? I'm not even married.
Excuse me. That only works with tuxedos, by the way, so. What the hell was that? Oh, man. I just want to take a second here while I have everybody's attention to issue a brief apology.
Dave?
Huh? Yes.
Dave?
Yeah, oh, Kenny Sheehan, another one of our stagehands. Yeah, Kenny.
I'd like to apologize for not doing a better job of securing that sandbag.
Well, what sandbag?
That sandbag.
Great, thank you very much. Letter number 2. Dear Dave, when are you going to stop making fun of President Clinton? Mark Fitchman, Evanston, Illinois. Paul, that's interesting. Our first 2 letters are from the great state of Illinois. Land o' Lincoln.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Or as we pronounce it back in Indiana, Illinois. Oh, Dave, you ever think maybe you move back to Illinois? When will we stop making fun of President Clinton? I guess when he gets his fat ass impeached. That's when we stop making fun of him. In fact, when that... Now, if that happens, you understand, it's a bad thing for us if President Clinton leaves office because we've got a lot of mileage, we've got a lot of jokes, a lot of material written about President Clinton. But don't worry, you know, if there's a President Gore in our near future, we're already working on President Al Gore jokes. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, kind of a special night for us. Here now to present the very first President Al Gore joke, one of our stagehands, Kenny Sheehan. Kenny, take it away.
President Al Gore had his annual physical today, and he's in pretty good shape, except for a small case of termites.
Thank you very much, Kenny. Nice one. I'm sure they'll get better as his term goes on and on. Kenny Sheehan.
Dave?
The first out, yes.
Dave, I've also prepared a joke in case TV's Tom Selleck becomes president.
I see, you know, I don't want to discourage you. It seems like a long shot, but if you have the joke, sure, go ahead, let's hear it.
Hey, President Magnum, you suck.
All right.
Hello, Dave. Dave?
Oh, look, it's Kenny Sheehan. Kenny is one of our late show stagehands. Hi, Kenny.
Dave, I'm starring in a TV show, too. It's called Cupid.
No, really?
That's right.
You're starring in a show called Cupid?
That's right.
Where is that show?
On ABC.
Oh, no. Really? And you play Cupid?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I can't believe it.
I'm so excited.
Yeah?
Here's a clip.
Okay, here we go. Kenny Sheehan show.
Hi, I'm Cupid, and this is my dance of love.
That looks like some show. But that's a really nice show. Yes. Oh, look, it's another one of our crew. It's Pat Farmer. Hi, Pat. What's going on?
Hi, Dave. Dave, I have a new show also.
No kidding. Really?
It's called Stagehand Practical Jokes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Stagehand Practical Jokes. Okay, take a look. Roll it. Here's the clip.
Late show stagehand Kenny Sheehan is a complete moron. We decided to play a joke on him. Hey, Kenny, how'd you like to star in a brand new sitcom on ABC?
What is this, some sort of a prank?
No, of course not.
Okay, I'll do it.
We called in an entire camera crew and we made him shoot the scene 37 times. Look at him. What an idiot.
Nice work, Pat.
Dave?
Yes, Kenny?
I have another new show. It's called I Run Pat Farmer Down with My Car.
Really? Yeah. You have some videotape of that?
I will soon.
Okay. Pat Farmer and Kenny Sheehan, ladies and gentlemen. That's it for the new fall shows. We'll be right back with tonight's top 10 list and stupid pet tricks. Letter number three. Dear Dave, how come you don't have any wild animals on the show? Well, first of all, we have wild animals on the show all the time with Jack Hanna when he comes on from the Columbus Monkey Ranch and Gator Farm or whatever. But I think this letter is talking about, why don't we have like actual wild animals just in the studio? And I'll tell you, this is from a guy named Declan Bork, North Troy, New York. If you're writing in a letter, it helps if your name and your hometown rhyme. Declan Bork from Troy, New York.
New York.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Declan, the simple fact is that this is a television studio, so it would be really, I think, irresponsible for us, frankly inhumane, to keep wild animals here instead of out in their natural habitat, where they belong. It's just as simple as that. That's the only reason we don't have the wild animals.
Dave's right, Kenny.
I know, Pat. What a fool I've been. It was wrong of me to keep you here, Swifty. You belong in the untouched splendor of the wild. Come on, it's time to go.
Born free, as free as the winter, as free as the grass grows.
That's good. Hope you boys have learned a little lesson. Thank you very much, Pat. Thank you, Kenny. Yeah. Well, it's toward the end of the year, and what we're going to do here tonight is show you the last time we do things in 1998. Some of them will be the last time we do them for the year. Some of them will be the last time we do them forever. But tonight, it's a little segment made up of last times. Paul?
Well, this will be the last time. This will be the last time. Last time in 98. This much we know.
All right. Let's see. Oh, this is the last time this year I'll let our stagehand Kenny Sheehan buy a vowel. Kenny, you ready to go?
Thanks, Dave.
You want to buy a vowel?
Yes.
Okay,
I'd like
go ahead,
an O.
sir. Okay.
I'd like an O.
Oh, no, he's like an O. Kenny would like an O.
Okay, Dave, I'm ready to solve the puzzle.
You going to solve the puzzle?
Yes.
All right, Kenny, go right ahead.
I love Wolf Blitzen.
I love Wolf Blitzen, he says. I love Wolf Blitzen, Blitz. Close it up. Nice going, Kenny. Okay.
You almost solved it.
Yeah, that's all right.